Hey guys, Ryu here with another tut for hard surface blender modeling with add-ons, because that's the only way to do it properly, with add-ons. Now I'm using Hardup's box cutter, machine tools, mesh machine and decal machine, which are 5 most important add-ons in the world. I'm gonna link to these add-ons in the description so you can have a look. And this channel is all about sci-fi, hard surface modeling and add-ons. You notice that my default cube is gone. It's been missing since 1975. I think we just escaped to the wild, but I'm gonna add a new one and scale it. Press Ctrl A and scale, apply the scale. So now I can easily bevel this thing. So I'm gonna click on an edge. And by the way, this is a pie menu I'm using for switching between modes. It's from Machine Tools add-on, which is something you should really get for yourself because it's amazing. So press on edge and control mark, and let's bevel this. Scroll my mouse to go to a chamfer and Alt X, Shift and click on the mirror. So now we have mirrored on all sides. And for some reason my screencast keys are not working even though they turned on. This add-on is just so unreliable. It's just amazing how unreliable this add-on is. So let's scale this on Y a little bit and apply scale again. The idea is to create a vial or some kind of a container. So the idea here is to create a vial or some kind of a container, a sci-fi casing for, I don't know, some fluid or whatever, energy cell. And let's slice it, shall we? So let's hold Control and maybe change to N-gon. Hold Control and let's slice this. So let's start slicing here. Maybe do something like this and switch off this snapping because it's gonna mess our angles. X, double click, and we have a mirror on, which means we need to remove it. Boolean, no. Wait, the mirror apply, good. I'm not really a hardcore non-destructive person. When I need to apply stuff, I apply stuff. When I need to, when I don't want to apply it, I don't apply it. It really depends on the situation. So let's slice it like this maybe and do something like that. I don't know. Maybe let's slice it thinner in here like this and go like that. There you go. Another cut, and let's slice maybe here and something like this. And then let's leave this alone and let's add another cut in here, maybe something like this. Yeah, this should do. It's a pretty cool shape to start with. Now I'm going to actually apply all these. I'm not gonna mess about with modifiers. And where's my operations smart apply? I really need this smart apply to move to this main menu because going to 2 menus is just too annoying. It takes too much time, and hopefully the guys from Hardup's are gonna work some magic soon and give us some new sexy menus. I love this add-on. I'm complaining, but I love it. I just I'm European, I'm always complaining. It comes with a passport. Okay, so let's grab this, and you know what, let's select everything and mirror this across cursor to the other side. Did it work? Of course it did. So now we have a mirror on every single piece of geometry. And that's why you should work with add-ons, because they're just so good. Now I want to create a bit in the middle, so I'm gonna grab this middle piece and draw a rectangle-ish thing, maybe somewhere here like this. B for bevel, and I'm gonna add like maybe 24 segments. And yeah, let's slice this. Shift click to shift it to live orthographic view and shift to, oh, that's not what I want to do, to origin and to cursor. There we go. And then let's move this back to the position. I did it so I have this cutter in the middle, so the midpoint is sort of aligned with the cursor, because I'm going to be mirroring some stuff. So now let's apply the bevel, because, you know, we don't need it. We're happy with it. And Control A and remove these marked faces. All these tutorials, all these toots recently just destroy my throat. I'm losing my voice. Okay, so E, right to cancel, and Alt S to scale it like this. And let's see how it looks. It looks peachy. Looks really peachy. So now I'm going to, actually, you know what? Let's save this because it's Blender. So let's make a save. Let's remove all these because I don't need them. And let's make it 2 to 1. And I'm gonna use power save. It's a fantastic add-on. I recommend you get it. I'm gonna leave a link to this add-on in the description. But it's really good for, you know, saving stuff and having backups and so on. So I'm gonna select this bit here, and yeah, let's apply this cut actually. So you know what, wait, let's grab this cutter from this geo here, and what I want to do is apply some loops in here, because we will need them here and here, 3 and 3 here. So now if you perform a cut with Boolean, these loops gonna get actually inserted to the mesh. Now this loop actually is not in a good spot, so I'm gonna move it a little bit inside. Move this one inside and actually symmetrize this on this axis. Peachy, peachy. So now I can actually go ahead and apply modifiers to this mesh. Multiply, right? So Shift 3 to turn off cutters, because cutters are on the layer 3, and these are empties for the mirrors. That's all good. And my voice disappeared again. So let's remove this edge in the middle, because that's something we don't need. And everything looks good. So now you see I can just grab this, for example, this whole bit, and Shift D to copy it, and I can grab this and add 2 faces here, and insert this GX to move it out, and Shift Control click and bevel. Do we have a bevel going on this? No, we don't. So bevel it. Right? Sweet. We can actually remove this, maybe. Yeah, let's remove it. And we can move this this piece a bit outside, like this, something like this, and mirrored it on cursor across to the other side. Alt M to add glass to it, and we're good to go. So see, slowly we're getting somewhere. That's been what, like 10 minutes? 10 minutes, guys. That was quick, wasn't it? Let's select these faces here around. I could mirror this actually, so let's just select these. Come on. Select these and Q and extract. Oh, it's already mirrored because I forgot there's a mirror going on it. So let's go to my modifier and actually solidify it a bit more. Something like this. And right, now let's go back to my slicer, grab my angon, and let's slice, because slicing is what life is all about. It's all about slicing with hard ups. You know, before we start slicing, let's fix this here, because I can see we have some shading issues, because we didn't have sharpened edges edit. Now, right. Wait a minute, let me grab this piece for a sec. Yeah, see, this piece is a little bit wonky, so I'm going to actually slice it properly like this. Am I in view mode? No, I'm not. That's the problem. You need to always remember that you need to be in a correct view. You could actually switch to this mod view here, but sometimes it doesn't work as intended. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. It's actually a new feature, really cool though. All these new features in Hardups are bloody amazing. I mean, once you actually get your head around it and know how they work, things start coming together. So I'm just performing some simple slices all across this mesh. Gonna switch the box, make a cut in here, press B for bevel, and just cut it like this. But I cut the wrong mesh, but it's okay because I'm gonna solidify this. And I'm going to copy this and scale it on X and actually cut this one. Did I do it right? Wait a minute, something is not right here. This one and this one, right? Yes. So why didn't cut it? Apply the bevel on the cutter weld, solidify. No, we don't need solidify here. Remove the solidify, there we go. And then difference. Now we're cooking. So I use one cutter to perform two different operations, but I'm going to actually make it, come on. Oh, not this one. I'm going to make it larger and scale it on Z just a little bit. So it's larger than, actually, you know what? Just scale it in general. Yeah, that's cool. And now I'm gonna scale it on Z. Bring it here. Something like this. Maybe slightly bigger on Z. And this should do. Yeah, that's pretty cool, I like it. And let's add the modifier inside. So let's multiply, because I want to curve these, bevel these edges like this and see how it's gonna look. It's looking good, except that we need to remove the mark edge first, so it's gonna look better. I could do it by shift control click on sharpen, but you know, tempo's fugitive, as you say. Let's select all of these and P to select it, split it into its own sort of object, separate it. Let's make it a bit smaller on x-axis, and now we can start slicing it. So grab a circle, go back to my trusty grid, go to object mode, because in view mode this will not work, and just click, and we got something like this, which is cool. Let's recall this thing for a sec, because I don't think it's in the middle. Grab this face and go to Q, mark, and bevel this like this, and then we can recalculate sharpen. So it doesn't have bevels, that's the problem. So let's grab a bevel. See, now we're getting some hot lining, but we're gonna make this bevel small and everything's gonna be peachy. Copy it on the, symmetrize it on to the other side. It didn't do it. You cheeky bastard. Let me bring the origin back to geometry and then symmetrize it. Really now? What's going on here? It's a modifier, right? I forgot the boolean is not applied yet. So if the boolean is not applied, you need to use mirror modifier, not the symmetry. Symmetry is for applied mesh, for a live mesh. This wasn't a live mesh. So that's enough of details in here. Let's go power save just in case, because you know it's Blender. And let's see what else we can do here. Now let's work on the other side. It's good to work on in a balanced way. See, this thing is still causing me grief in here. I don't know why. This angle here is really nasty. I don't know what the hell is going on here. Let's turn this thing off and let's slice it properly. And I'm probably in object mode still. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. So now let's apply it just in case, so you know we don't have to deal with this thing anymore. Perfect. Now I'm going to perform one more slice in this area, just because it's Monday. So let me see how it went. It went pretty well, but I need to move it a little bit forward so this bevel doesn't catch the edge. And now everything is peachy. Okay, sounds good. Now I could bring this to the other side, so, and do something like this. So let's recall, not this one, this one. Come on. Let's recall the modifier. That's the one. And let's go to edit mode, and actually no, let's just copy it to the other side like this and slice it in here. Actually, we could move it somewhere here. You know what? I'm going to actually array this thing, not a circular array, just an array. So click on it and move it with control, apply it, done. Okay, let's work now on this side because it's a little bit sad. Let's create something different. So let's slice this with a knife. So okay, slice. And let's grab these faces, outside faces. So shift click on this and create something like that. And let's go to X-ray mode, grab, oh, not this one, B, grab all these and extend it a little bit. And let's move it to somewhere here, like that. Okay, let's move it in here and let's boolean this somehow. Let's see if this is gonna work. Bevel. Wrong mesh. I mean this mesh. Okay, how it looks. It's not too bad actually. So what I want to do now is actually make a face in here. What? Let's see here. Boolean. There we go. And create a face. And now let's think about it. Okay, let's go to edit mode. I want to create some kind of a handle or a lever in here. What? Let's apply the mirror. I think mirror is messing up with our shapes here. Yeah. Okay, so let's inset it and GY to move it outside quite a lot actually. Let's bring it back and let's see what we can do with angles. I mean with bevels. Will it look good? Yeah, it's actually gonna look decent. And we will add some loops here to support this boolean because boolean lives matter. And let's do the same thing with the top. Right? Maybe a wider one. Okay. Do the same thing here. And symmetrize this. Oh. Let's symmetrize this. So, symmetry, active origin to geometry, and copy it across both sides. Huh. Really now. Okay. Let's bring a cursor in the middle and now symmetrize across cursor. Something is going on here. It's a mirror in it. Yeah. Okay, symmetrize it now. What the? Symmetry across cursor. Okay, let's switch it to modifier. There we go. I think it doesn't work because of solidify being on, so that's fine. Mirror will do. And let's maybe bevel this one as well. So it looks like this. It's okay. It's like a plastic sort of casing on top of it. Now let's maybe remove this edge. Yeah, that will do. Now let's create some kind of a cut in here. So I'm gonna grab a circle and just create maybe here. Create a cut. Need to switch to object mode because I'm in view mode. That's perfect. That will do. Recall the cutter for a second. Let's grab this. Let's grab the face, Q mark, and let's bevel this outside. So same drill. Okay, that looks good. It's a little bit too big though, I think. Let's make it smaller. Or bigger. Let's see. Let's recall this again. Let's scale it except on every axis except for the x-axis and move it in here so it's actually even. Sounds good, right? Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Now let's cut this one a little bit. So, N-gon, and let's cut this in here like a nudge. And we definitely need to apply this mirror, so hang on a second. So let's remove the solidify for a second and let's apply all the faces here. Right, that's gonna be much better. And let's make it bigger. Let's move it back. The reason being is I want to make a cut in here that's actually solidify inside. Yeah, like this, you see. So it's much easier to do it this way. And let's bring the cutter back. Not this one, this one. Move it up a little bit. Move it up a little bit. And let's grab these edges here and bevel them. Right, that's peachy. And let's bevel this badge as well. So let's apply modifiers, smart apply on this piece. There we go. Smart apply, and let's choose this edge here and let's bevel it manually. Maybe a smaller bevel. Yeah, that will do. Peachy. Okay, now that's working nice. Need something on the top of it here. Some kind of it's a bit too flat. We could also make a slight cut here so it doesn't look so boring. Let's bevel it and apply weighted normal. And let's switch maybe beveling to weight. That's interesting. Let me see this shading here, what's going on. Let's remove this bevel for a second. This boolean is causing shading problems. Because it's too, right. Let's do it again. Let's switch to view, that's the problem. Now let's cut it again properly. And then let's sharpen it. And he doesn't want to do it. Interesting. Okay, let's apply this boolean, just for the sake of argument, and let's bevel it. There we go. Intriguing. Now, I'm not quite sure why this edge is so... That's why. Okay. Sorted. Not sure why Hardups didn't pick up this edge here. It's kind of weird. Interesting. Well, sometimes you need to adjust the angle of sharpness to maybe a more steep angle, like 20 degrees or something, because some edges might not be caught. So I'll leave it usually on default and just do it manually because it's just quick, but you might want to change it if you want. But I'll create a cut in here because why not? And I'm gonna cut both of these as well because, again, why not? Like this maybe. I don't like these sharp edges, they kind of look weird. That's much better. Cool. Let's do the power save because, you know, it's Blender. I think this should do for part 1. I'm just gonna add some bevel all around, and in part 2 I'm gonna talk to you about adding some more intricate details to this model. All I did was basically here add bevel and weighted normals. So I clicked on bevel and alt-clicked on sharpen, which will add weighted normals to every single surface, which is something that you really want to add. This bevel is a bit too big. There we go. Weighted normals. Weighted normals. Everything is peachy. Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. I think that will wrap up part 1, and I'll talk to you in part 2, in which I'm going to take care of these, the inside, and, you know, more work on the details of this thing. So thanks for watching, guys, and catch you in part 2.